As you travel this year, chances are that you may rent a car at some point for one of your trips. We usually try to drive extra safe in these rentals to avoid extra charges, but crashes can happen out of nowhere. So it's important to know how these wrecks are handled. We're joined right now by attorneys Jeffrey Ward and Brandon Dawson with a thumbs up, guys, to tell us what we should know. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, Emily.
Great to have you here. It's very common to rent rental cars when we're traveling, right? So does insurance work differently when we're driving these cars?
Yes and no. You have your couple of options when you rent a car. You can use your own insurance on your car that you have at home, or you can choose to purchase insurance through the rental company. My personal opinion, if you have coverage at home, always use that. It's an upcharge. You'll be at the counter. They're going to be pushing you to buy it. It's more expensive, but it's just a way for them to make additional money, in my opinion, because you don't need two insurances covering the exact same thing.
Yeah, lots of upcharges when you're at that counter, for
It's
sure.
very
And this
stressful.
is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they make you feel like you have to have
Yeah.
it. Another thing a lot of times people don't realize, but certain credit cards also provide coverage. I know like the Chase Sapphire one is a good example that provides collision coverage, theft coverage, comprehensive coverage, things of that nature. Obviously check with your insurance card or your credit card before you sign anything. But as long as you pay with that card, it will provide you additional coverage as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice to have additional coverage for sure. So we're not trying to rely on that insurance through the rental car company.
Not me personally.
Yeah.
Normally, I think you can opt for increased coverages with them, but if you just sign up for the base level, it's going to be minimum limits. And with a wreck in South Carolina or anywhere really, you quickly run out of that money pretty quickly. And so you want to have your coverage at home.
Yeah, to Jeff's point, I mean, again, it's just additional coverage if you have your own, so you're kind of paying for the same thing. Now, if you don't have coverage or you're traveling abroad and you're not sure, certainly, you're going to be required to. They say, hey, do you have your own coverage? And you go, yes, okay, I would just stop with that as long as you've got good coverage. Most of the time, they'll still make you buy it, though, if you don't have collision coverage or comprehensive coverage, meaning comprehensive is like act of God, a tree falls in your car, deer runs out, those sort of things. Collision being you're at fault. So if you don't have that, those are additional coverages that you would have to purchase on your own insurance. So they'll look at your card and say, hey, Emily, you've got all of the coverages necessary. You don't have to buy our insurance. But if you don't have those, they will force you to buy it because they don't want to try to come after you. If you plow into the back of somebody or hit a deer, they want to be able to get their money, and so they're going to have that coverage.
Brandon's giving these rental car companies a lot of credit when they tell you you won't need it. I've never had that happen. They are trying their best to push this product on you. 10 times out of 10, I don't know of any time when I know my coverages cover everything, they're still trying to upsell, get you to purchase that coverage when you absolutely don't need it. So it's just important to know when you're renting a car, one, what your coverages are at home, and two, like Brandon said, if you're using a credit card, what that credit card covers, because you don't need two health, just like you don't need two health insurances covering the same exact thing, you don't need two car insurances if it's going to cover the exact same types of losses.
Well said.
Yeah, so what common mistakes do you guys see during rental car accidents?
Most common ones you see are the same with any type of accident, really. You're not getting checked out if you're hurt after, you're not getting the information of witnesses. But at the end of the day, a rental car wreck works the exact same way as a normal car wreck. It's just knowing what coverages apply and making sure you're going after the right insurance to make a claim.
Yeah, one thing too is you want to make sure you let the rental car company know you were involved in a wreck. That's probably the one big caveat there, outside of everything else that Jeff said, which is 100% accurate. But letting the rental agency know, hey, I got in a wreck, whatever, you were at fault, they weren't at fault, doesn't matter. If there's any damage to the vehicle, let the insurance company know, or let the rental company know. They love voiding coverage for BS reasons, and that's certainly one that they try to do. So, put it in writing too. I know calling and letting them know, but I would say, is there an email? I want to put this in writing.
All right, well, if you guys want to learn more about this topic, or of course any of the topics that we cover here on Thumbs Up Thursday, you can do so by contacting these guys. You can follow their social media, or you can go to that website, inpain.com, or just call that number. Thank you guys so much for all the advice and the information.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.